Hey everybody, welcome in to the Small Business Saturday Crafter event on Magnolia Design Co.'s business page. Welcome in. My name is Joey Bailey. I normally go live on a page I have called Created in Awe that you can find here on Facebook. And I am a creator with Magnolia Design Co. I am so honored to be able to present here on the corporate business page with you today. I have a really cute project I'm going to show you, talk to you a little bit about the Magnolia Design Co. as a company and the opportunity and why I do it, and hopefully get to answer some of your questions. Excuse me. Some of that stuff, going on. And I am going to actually hit a few buttons down here and pull some things up so I can see them and make sure I can see your questions and your comments. If you're watching on live, please say hello. Let me know you're here. Ask questions along the way. If you're on replay, that means there's not a little box here that says live. Please put something in the comments. Let us know you saw the video. The whole company would love to know your thoughts about the project and if you have any questions along the way there. So let me hit some buttons. Make sure, okay, we've got sound. We've got some people watching. Hello, hello. And I am going to pop this over to my own page. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Uh-oh, it froze. Tell me if it freezes. Tell me. Oh, I see some hearts. Thank you so much, guys. Let me do a refresh. Want to make sure I can see everything that's possible. Sometimes I can't see it all, and if I miss something, somebody will come into the comments and hopefully answer questions for us as well, or maybe I can come back as for you also. Barbara and Diane, hello. And Patsy, hello, you're here. Marcia, Crystal, I'm so glad you guys are here. And if you feel inspired, please spread the inspiration out into Facebook land. Let other people know what Magnolia is all about. We are a small, growing company, and we're super excited to be here with you guys today. Back-to-back presenters doing different projects with the Magnolia Design Co. products. I have chosen a couple here I haven't used yet, and I'm excited to show them to you. And it's a style I don't normally do. Okay, so I'll fill you in on that here in a second. Judy's here. Hey, guys. I'll just tell you real quick. If you have been watching the presentations, you've heard a lot of information about Magnolia Design Co. I just want to briefly tell you kind of who I am and why I'm here. While you're here, they are going to be putting a link in the comments to a Google form that you'll be able to fill out to get your name in the hat for a prize. They're doing multiple drawings throughout the day, so make sure you fill out that Google form once it pops up in the comments. Okay, so again, just so you know who I am, Joey Bailey with Created in Awe, and I started with the company in 2020, just a little over 2 years ago exactly. So my desire was basically to get out of my full-time job. I've been working for several years as a secretary, and I was done with it. I was way done with it. When we were home in quarantine, I got a taste of working from home, and I thought, that's what I want to do. So I started doing some research, looked at a lot of different crafting supply companies, because that's actually what I had a passion to do way back when my kids were little and I was a stay-home mom then. I thought, ooh, crafting projects. I'd love to put those together and sell them. And I did not have the entrepreneur mind to be able to source everything, put it all together, and create my own company. So that did not happen until I found Magnolia Design Co. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's a crafting supply company in a box. It's exactly what I needed. And it offers for so many people an option to work on any level you want. So you can just jump in as a hobby. In fact, I have a few people watching here today on my team that just do it as a hobby, so they can get a 35% discount on their supplies. And then I have people on my team that have their own business pages, and they go live and sell the products and do events and do parties and all the fun stuff that you can do to build a business. So you can work it anywhere in between. There's no requirement. There's no requirement to do anything with it if you don't want to. Or you can make a full-time income and then some. So lots of options. There is going to be a presentation. I'm Central Time, so it's 11:34 now. At 3 o'clock Central Time, we will have a presentation right in the midst of all these crafting projects, so you can learn more about the business opportunity what the products are, the craft club, all of those things that if you haven't heard about it, you will hear it. So I'm going to get into the project. I want to show you step by step how we're doing this, and I want to answer your questions along the way. There's the Google form. They just pinned it. So if you see that, hop in and make sure you get that form filled out. Patty's here, Marilyn, Ann, Stephanie, Sherry, Tina. I see a lot of new names. I hope that you might check out my page when you have an opportunity. If you are a customer of a creator with Magnolia Design Co., make sure as you see these projects throughout the day, if there's something that you want, get over to their website and order it today, because a $75 or higher order from a customer will get you a free 8.5 by 11 stencil of your choice. So make sure you're going to your creator's website. If you click on any of the links, it may take you to the main page. Just search for your creator. Same thing if you make the decision to join the company today and today only, you're going to get one of these nifty adorable tote bags. Just want to show you real quick. I love this bag. Insulated. Use it for a ton of stuff. I use it for overnight trips. I use it to carry my crafting supplies and other stuff. Really, really handy bag. Only available to people who join the company today. Make sure you are looking for your creator's name on the main business page so you can sign on her team. If you don't have a creator, you can search for someone in your community, or if you have seen someone here today you like and you want to follow and order from, you can search their name as well. So, all of that stuff out of the way. Let's talk about the project, because I want to show you this. This is adorable. Okay, it's all Magnolia products except for a paint, a single type of paint that I used, and I'll show you what that is. This is our stocking MDF 10-inch. So you can see it's actually MDF. It's not solid wood, super high quality, sturdy, 1/4 inch thick. Okay, that's what we're starting with as our surface. It is available on the website. We're going to use the stocking stencil designed to match that surface. Now, it looks a little funny if you see our stencils. Normally, our green stencils fill this whole sheet. I trimmed it down. And that was just something I wanted to do. You don't have to. I trimmed it down so I don't have all of this excess sticky stuff laying all over my table, picking up stuff, getting lint, getting dirty, all of that. So I just trimmed it down to about 1 inch around my stocking itself. You don't have to do that. You can leave it as one solid stencil if you want. That is actually what I recommend if you're brand new. Also, if you have never used our products before, I do recommend you take a look at our DIY kits, because they have everything you need for that project in one box. It'll have the surface, it'll have the stencil, it'll have either your paste or your ink, it'll have your squeegee. Sometimes there's little embellishments in there. Same thing with our craft club, and I'll highlight that here in just a minute. So I know I am jabbering on and on and on, guys. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Trimming down helps on some of the stencils. Humblebee Craft Studio. Absolutely, I agree. You love this stocking stencil. Awesome, Colleen. Thank you for being here. And after me, you're going to get to watch another crafter, Charlene Bear with Bear Designs DIY will be after me. So I only have 30 minutes, so let's dig into the project, and I'll see if I can come back and answer questions. If not, I believe we have some people in the comments watching, and they might be able to answer along the way. So again, this is our stencil. And I am also going to use our tassel maker. I know Lisa highlighted this in the very first craft we had on today, so I'm going to show you a little bit about how to use that. I'm going to be using 2 of our newest colors of chalk paste. Actually, this one's not new. This one's about 1 year old. Glittering red. You see the iridescent? It's not like chunky glitter. It is just a sparkly iridescent color. It's so, so pretty. That one, and then I'm also going to be using our glittering rose gold. I love this. I am going for a boho glam. I guess it's more of a glam look. I asked my people yesterday on the page, I said, what look should we go for? And they were all about the glam. So we're doing glam. Normally I'm like farmhouse, rustic kind of look. I love that. But I've been wanting to use the rose gold, so we're going all glam today. Yes, okay, I'm so glad you guys are excited about this. Thank you. Let me know your thoughts along the way. So we're going to be using these colors, and let me kind of move some things around so I can show you, some other things. I have a variety of squeegees here because I never know what size I'm going to want to use, okay? This is the size that typically comes in your DIY kits. It's a really handy size. I have 2 of those there. This is our cut apart squeegee. This is the one that you can purchase a single squeegee at a time. Really handy because you can literally cut it down to any size you want. So you may want to get 2 or 3 of these if you know you're going to be doing a lot of projects, and you can cut them down to multiple sizes. In fact, I have one, just that type of squeegee cut down to a smaller size here. I've got me some stir sticks because I got to check my paste as we get started. I have also our paintbrush squeegees just in case I have some little tight spots. These are handy. They're actually out of stock right now, but when you get a chance to order, when they're in stock, grab these. It's an add to cart kind of day, isn't it? So hopefully you're finding projects and you're adding to your cart. But these are 5 different ends of a silicone squeegee. Super handy for those tiny spots and for fixing mistakes. Who knows? We may have a mistake to fix. Now, what I used on here that we do not sell, I grabbed some chalk paint, Waverly in a plaster color, which is like a creamy white. That's what I started with. I'll show you that. And then I have some glitter that we're going to add as well. So let's get started. Hello, Brenda, Caprice. I'm so glad you guys are here. Oh, good. Jill's here from Simple Soul. That's awesome. Okay. I painted my surface ahead of time. I prepared. I'm so smart. Somebody sent stars. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. This is the front of the stencil. You'll see I did pay attention and make sure it was going the same direction. Don't prepare this side and then go to the stencil and realize you used the wrong side. Match it up. Now you can use this side and do it a whole different way if you want a different look on the back. Super fun idea. So I gave this 2 coats of my chalk paint, not the paste, but paint from the craft store, so that I could have a nice white, kind of creamy white background for our pretty pink and red colors. So that's what we're going to start with. I did sand slightly because I had a couple of little lumps and a few spots of some brush strokes. So I sanded it to make it as smooth as I could. And because I painted it this morning, I did not use our wax, okay? We do have an amazing, creamy, smooth wax that you can use. It's just beeswax. I love it. It goes on. It's really soft and smooth. No odor. Really handy to have. But it's recommended, and from my experience, I can tell you, you want to buff it back off and completely let it dry and set for at least a couple of hours before you go to stencil. Because if you use it before it's dry, your stencil's going to like slide around. It's that good. So I didn't have time. So we're going to go without the wax today. We're just going to fuzz our stencil really well. And the stencils are made out of vinyl, adhesive on the back, and silk screen. Where you see the silk screen, you see the white, and we're simply just like you silk screen a shirt, we're going to spread our paste across. It's going to go through that silk screen onto the surface, and when we lift it up, it's going to stay on the surface. So let me grab my tacky towel. These are handy dandy for fuzzing our stencils. We add a little bit of fuzz because they're super sticky when you get them from Magnolia. Don't let it fold over on itself. I have fuzzed this a couple of times, so I may have a little excess fuzz in here already. I need to wash my tacky towel. I can just throw it in the washing machine. And it helps get some of that extra stuff that builds up on there off. But you just lay your adhesive side down and press it down into your towel. Now, if you don't have a tacky towel, you can actually use a tea towel or a t-shirt or something that's low lint to add a little bit of fuzz, okay? I don't want to add a ton of fuzz. I don't want to remove all that stick because it needs to stay on the surface. But I've already fuzzed it a couple of times, and now here we've done it a couple more, and that should be enough. Sometimes you decide at the last minute, so you don't have time to wax either, Judy. I know. Sometimes we get into crafting and we're like, I don't want to wait. So just make sure you fuzz really, really well. And then we're going to take our stencil, and I'm just going to gently lay it on my surface, and then I will work on centering it up, okay? So I'm going to see how far I am from the edge all the way around and see if I need to move this over. This is like almost perfect. I don't know how I did that. It's like oh my goodness. Let me lift it up a little bit here just to see how far. Oh my gosh. That never happens, guys. If you've seen me before, you know that I am always lifting and moving and lifting and moving. So I got it right. Okay. So I'm going to start from the middle of where the stencil is on the surface and smooth outward toward the outside edges. That pushes air bubbles out. Okay. So when you have a stencil that, oh, there's a hair underneath. Let me lift it up. Remove that hair so it's not in the way of my paste. And then we just put it right back down. There's another one. Hold on, guys. I told you there's extra stuff on my tacky towel, and I need to wash it. I think I got it. Yeah, got that. I'm going to give it another look over. Here we go. There's one down here. And then I'll get back to my point about the stencil. Okay, this particular stencil has a lot of open mesh, right? The detail comes in where you see the little spots of the green vinyl. So you want to make sure you're pressing that down. I don't want my paste to go underneath that vinyl. I want that vinyl to stick to my surface. And then the paste will just go around it and leave that image. That's where we get the fine detail. But you want to make sure, oops, one more little check here. Got another hair. Can you tell I get a lot of hair in my projects? I apologize. And I need my glasses. Let's get this hair out of the way. There it is. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to press it down one more time. All right, I think I've got it all. You want to make sure you're getting all of the air bubbles out. Air bubbles can actually get caught up underneath your mesh. So smooth it all out toward your outside edges. Pressing down all of the vinyl. All right, here we go. I'm so glad. Yeah, the detail on this stencil is amazing. All right, so I'm going to do two colors, okay? And I'm going to turn this sideways so I can kind of work left to right. I'm going to kind of do a stripe look between my red and my pink. So if you can see these little zigzag lines, they're going to be my dividing lines. So I'm going to do red, then I'm going to do pink. I'm actually going to leave this one, the white color that's underneath. Then we're going to do red and pink again. Then we're going to do a little row of red and then pink up here on the top. And then I'm going to add some glitter. So let's start with the red. I'm going to open both of these up. Always check your chalk paste. Over time, it can dry. It's just normal. I've got a fan going. As it sits here, some of that water, the water and gel base that it's made of, the water may evaporate. It's normal. So I use my stir sticks, give it a good stir. I check my consistency before I start. This one is kind of like sour cream. See, well, see how it kind of, I can tap it off of the stir stick. So that's the consistency I want. And I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to check my glittering red. That's the glittering rose gold. This one is a little bit thicker, but always give it a good stir. Make sure everything is mixed, and then check it. No, that's pretty good. That's coming off too. All right. So we're good to go. I'm going to use, like I said, I have multiple squeegees here so I can get different sizes. I'm going to start with my smaller one, and I'm going to work right over here on my left side. And I'm just going to get some chalk paste on my squeegee. I am working to the left side of my little squiggly line. Whoops, got a little above it, and we can touch that up. I could, if I'm worried about going over this line with this size squeegee, I could use the, chalking and talking at the same time is not always easy, but I could use my paintbrush squeegees if I need to work into a small area. That's why I've got them on hand. Nothing is perfect though, guys. Nothing I do is ever perfect, and I am good with that. If you're a crafter, you kind of have to be good with that, right? Perfection is not the goal. You really just need to enjoy what you're doing. Now I am gently, I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm gently moving across it to get that little bit of excess off, and I swipe it right back into my jar. So that is my first row done. Now let's move on to the rose gold row, and I'm going to get my paste on and smooth it across. Now I think I don't think I'm going to be able to get into the tight areas as well with this bigger squeegee, so I think I'm going to grab my, sorry, once again, talking and talking at the same time, not my strong suit, my paintbrush squeegee. So I'm just going to get the main area. You know, I have a lot on this squeegee, and I'm just setting it down and swiping across to apply it to the surface. Now let's get some of that excess off, and I'm going to switch over to one of these paintbrush squeegees that has the flat edge. And this is why I go left to right, because my right hand I'm going to set down to help guide me across this little zigzag edge and get into those little crevices. Get a little more as I go along. And I apologize, I'm missing your comments right now. I hope that if you have any specific questions, either one of our creators or one of the corporate team can answer those, or we can come back afterward. But always put those questions in the comments, because we want you to know as much as you can about how to use our products before you try it yourself. So I would love to know if you guys can pop in the comments who your creator is, if you're a creator. Like if you already have someone you follow and order from, or if you don't, you will be able to go to the main website and find someone in your local area by a zip code search, or you can fill in a name if you're hearing somebody today that you enjoy. Okay, I've done the first 2 rows. I'm going to do a little trick I do when I'm working and I've got a fan going. We don't want our paste to dry before we lift our stencil, because it'll stick into that mesh and pull off the surface. So I'm going to pull it back part way and then lay it down. That keeps it from sticking in the mesh. Okay, we've got a little bit of mess going. I've got to check some things. Okay, there we go. We've started it. I'm just going to lay this down. I'll have to fix a couple of spots, and that's okay. That happens all the time with me. This is the row I'm leaving white, so then we're going to go up here and do our next row in red. So we're going to go back to that squeegee. And I am going to work on this edge. And then work toward my right. Oops. Slow down. Don't try to go too fast. I didn't get too much here. Okay, now let's get up to this edge. A little more on here. I just don't want to go over into my pink zone. That's going to be next. There we go. Okay, got that one. And now we're going to do, whoops. Well, yeah, once again, I'm just going to go, I'm going to do the 2 different squeegees on this again. Spread this across in the middle section, And then we'll come back with the paintbrush squeegee. Get close to it. And then gently swipe it across and back over to the paintbrush squeegee. Just takes a little bit of back and forth. And just go along my little zigzag. So I would love to know if any of you are also thinking about joining as a creator. If this has started some wheels turning in your head, you don't have to join today. You know, I know that for me, it took a little time to think about, get familiar, find somebody I wanted to work with, all that good stuff. But if you're ready to make that commitment just to jump in and see what it's all about for yourself, there will be a presentation to give you more detail here at 3 o'clock Central Time. And if you know a creator, you should reach out to that creator, whoever you order from, and get your questions answered and get to know them and say, hey, you know, I'm thinking about joining your team. Can you answer some questions for me? And I know she would love to. I know she would. Okay, let's do another lift here. And all right, okay, we're getting there. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I want this next row to be red. Carefully lay that down. I don't want it to smear. I'm going to grab another paintbrush squeegee, and we're just going to put red right in here. We're going to do pink, and then I'm going to add, oh my goodness, I'm almost out of time, guys. I'm not going to have time. I've been talking too much. Not going to have time to show you the tassel maker, but I will take a picture and I will be posting it on my page. I'll see if I can post it here on the Magnolia page so you can see the finished result with a little embellishment. It's so fun to add little things to it just to make it your own personality. That tassel tool is really handy. Kind of spread this in. Okay. Squeegee off the excess. And then I'm going to do this top part in the rose gold. Let's get that on there. And all I have to do with my glitter is as I pull this off, while just this top part, which normally is like the fur on the stocking, we add in a little sprinkling, come on, I'm not getting enough on my squeegee, of the glitter. So let me spread this across. This is the easier part. You could also do this in all one color, guys. Absolutely. If you need it to be a little simpler and you want it to be all one color, you can do that. Okay, let me lift this off. Add in. There we go. I will set that aside and wash it. A little bit of glitter here at the top. Okay, I'm going to tap it around. Oh my goodness, I've got 2 minutes. There we go. Tap it side to side a little bit. And then I will put this back into, isn't it cute? Isn't it so cute? I love this. Got this little, we've got a little bit of, I need to fix up here on the edges, and I will do that. Not hard to do. And that's it. Now I will add a string around it with a boho, or I keep saying boho. I need to say glam, kind of a sparkly little pom-pom that I'm going to use the tassel maker to make. And I will add that on there. So thank you guys for being part of this event today. I am so thrilled to meet all of you. Keep an eye on the Magnolia business page for Charlene Bear to come on next. And then later on today, you can get lots more inspiration and information about the company. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll try it. Thanks for being here, guys. Have a great day.